Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Riley Foster, Foster's Custom Steel. A week out from the show. I want to show you what a mess. This is me working in here for the last, month. I've been preparing for this show. Everything that I have done for this show has come through this scrap pile, through my shop. And in this shop, parts are parts. I use dang near everything. As you can see, there's new stick material on the racks. I do use that some, but most of the time it's out of the scrap pile. And as you can see, there's still a lot of scrap. But this pile used to be way out here in the floor. I'll pan over here and let you look. I have picked through, plundered through, and salvaged and picked up, and I'll show you what I'll turn it into. And like I said, that show is next weekend. It'll be the 16th, 17th, and the 18th of February. Friday night, the 16th, is the Meet the Artist, what I guess they call a wine and cheese event. I call it hopefully making some money that Friday night and going into the show on Saturday morning. I got two more small projects that I'm working on here on the table, and they will be finished up shortly. That little wind vane there, I'll finish it up today. And then the totem pole, I've had this in my yard and it fell over in a heavy storm and it destroyed the bonnet, so I'm going to replace that bonnet. And then it will be ready to go. I'll do a frontal view of it here. But my shop is just a disaster mess. Yeah, that's the totem pole. And he will be at the show. I've got to do a bigger base and a way to spike it down so it doesn't blow over in the wind. But boy, it destroyed that cheap bonnet from Lowe's. So I went and picked up another one. But that's my workbench. You can't even see the bench. Work table. And again, welders piled up everywhere. This is electrical. I did a bunch of lamps for the show this year. And I'm going to take you outside here and into the little gallery shortly and show you all of what I have done out of scrap pile. So when I grew up, we had not much of anything, and I learned to make a lot out of nothing. And I think that has carried me through my entire life. I've been doing artwork for over 30 years. I love being in my shop and working with stuff. So hold on, I'm going to step outside and give you a view of what I'm working on, or have worked on actually. All right, I'm going to start on this end and let you take a look at these guys. This is about a 4-foot tall bird. I said it looked more like an emu than a heron, but hey, the person that buys it, they can call it whatever they want. He's going to get clear coated a little bit. That's him moving in the breeze. Well, fortunately we don't have wind blowing today, but he has really great movement. Have to excuse the traffic. Now, I love this guy. His head is a very early hospital bedpan. Check him out. Now, can't you see that out in somebody's meadow or out in their backyard in the distance moving in the breeze? I think so. Yeah, I think someone will really like him. I make artwork that I like. If it doesn't sell, I don't mind keeping it. Here's a couple of ladybugs, and most of you guys will know that was a pancake compressor out of a Porta-Cable mini air compressors. His feet are railroad spikes. And no, I didn't steal them from the railroad. So this is a really cool little table. He has been clear coated. And let's see if we can see the other side here. There you go. Harley Davidson exhaust pipe. And he would be a I guess a big fat mosquito table. And the next guy I'm going to show you is a pretty wild looking creature. The big fat beetle. And again, I get all of this out of scrap. These Maytag wash machines, I've showed you the video on them. Will they run? Well, this is one of them. I was able to keep the tag on the back of it. But he will wake up or open up. There is a drain plug in the bottom. Excellent beer cooler or soft drink cooler if you need it. There's another creature, kind of weird looking. The eyes do light up. There's a flower, a plant, and again, this is all out of that scrap pile. 2 old teapots. One was stainless and one was copper. Yeah, aluminum leaves. I just had those from existing jobs I've done. These next 2 guys, I don't even remember where I got the luggage box, but they were off of a motorcycle. They do open up. You can, I guess, keep them as something you can keep stuff in, or they can be used as a cooler also. Really kind of wild looking. Their faces are tow hitches off of old trailers that I've cut the hitches off and repaired them and replaced them. And then this next guy, fan blades for his wings, fire extinguisher for the body. The antennae are little bicycle coaster brakes, the levers. And then I decided I needed a lawn jockey to go to the show. I'm gonna put a welcome sign in his hand, and his little LED light lantern does light up. He moves really good. Yeah. I think he's pretty cool. And then this guy here, kind of a prehistoric looking bug. Again, there's another one of those tow hitches. I've cut a lot of those off over the years, and they just keep piling up. So, you know, they get used. And the legs are bicycle cranks. I cut up a lot of bicycles too. I said the life of a bicycle is kids get them for Christmas, ride them 3 times, park them out behind the shed, and then they come to me. So there's a whole row of cool stuff that's going to the show next weekend. I got to get it all loaded up in trailers and get it out there. Yeah. So, and I am finished. I got a few more little projects inside. I got some sun faces made up. And again, they were cut out of old refrigerant cylinders. The greens are the original colors of the bottles. Yeah, and then I painted the yellows. That's like a Tuscan yellow with red, random red paint job. And there's the remainder, or the kickoff. That where I cut them out with a plasma torch. And if you go back and look at some of my videos, one of them is sunshine on a cloudy day, and it shows you how I cut these out and make them. So I'm going to put this on pause and walk up to the upper end of the parking lot. Hold on one second. All right. Yeah, these little jack-o'-lanterns were made in the fall for Halloween. Well, I think it rained or whatever a week or 2 before Halloween, and I didn't get to go to the farmer's market, so I sold a few of them locally, but kept them. I'm gonna go ahead and take those. This guy turning in the wind right here, he's gonna go. Yeah, I call them wind fish. They're turning in the direction of the wind. They've got a whole, I don't know if you call them a flock of dragonflies or not, but I've got a whole bunch of dragonflies. I think there's a total of 9 or 10 that I have made up. Again, this was old metal shelving for the wings. And you guessed it, a bicycle fork, front fork for the bodies. And they are rebar legs, and they just balance on that little pin right there into that divot, just like that, and that keeps them on there pretty good. So these guys will be going. I think there's a total of 10 of those. And then I'm gonna walk over here and go in the gallery and let you take a look at some of the stuff I have finished. Hold on one second. All right, so you guys have seen this one. I don't know if you've seen the little blue table. I'll show you in just a minute, but there's a nice LED light up there. Yeah, I've got an old telephone, rotary type, or actually I've got one that doesn't even have a dial. It's an intercom phone. I think I'm gonna put it on there for display. And the good old Boston pencil sharpener, it does work. Look at that blue in there. Isn't that great? Yeah, and the LED light behind the little shield there lights that up nice. This table goes, the two lamps go. I think I have shown those in a previous video. And these two tables go, and not only do they go, they go together. Look at that. That's pretty cool. I showed this one I know already, but I really like this lamp. I may even keep it on the table and sell them as a set. They look good. There's the Harley Davidson one that hangs. Yeah, he's pretty cool. The bench and these two tabletops will not go. They didn't get done, but this next one I'm going to show you. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to back off here and first of all get a view of it at a distance. And then I'm going to get some close-ups of the color. And believe it or not, this color was a mistake. I put the red-brown color into the epoxy. I didn't like it. It didn't pour very well, so I scratched it all off. And as I was taking it down to the wood, I got to this point and I thought, man, I really, really like that color. Yeah, and some of it you can see the brown and red inside the lightning bolts or the roots or tree, whatever. But I love that pink hue, pinkish red hue on the wood. I took it down to that and I said, I think that is finished. I think that one turned out really good. Looking forward to seeing what kind of interest it sparks. And then some more lamps, really cool. This was a sprinkler system base for out in the garden. And I think it's a Chevrolet hubcap for the shield. And it's lit right now. They're all lamps. These two are old oil stove chimneys that you would open up this door and light the wick, close the door back, and then the heat would come up out of there to heat the stove in the house to cook on. I think these were right out of the 20s. I had several of them and I thought, I'm going to put LED lights in them, turn them into lanterns. They can either hang on the wall or they can sit on a table. I did the material, it's mesh like on the window there, so light will shine through it. And then this one, I'm going to see if I can't get this. Yeah, okay. I'm going to turn that light out for just a second. Look at that color. Now these have been in here for a week or two. They're dusty. They're going to get cleaned off. You can see the end of the wood coming up through that epoxy pour. Love the colors. Yeah, sides turned out really good. This is a very heavy table. I don't have to tell you, that's a 4-inch thick slab on the top. I cut this piece of wood off of a black walnut that they took down out of our backyard a couple of years ago. I never did get someone to help me cut it up, so I took a few slabs to make tables out of and sell. So that's the table that's going to the show, and it does have a nice little light on it, LED light, and it's adjustable up and down. You've seen the shelf. Yep. Hey guys, if you're new to the channel, welcome. Hope you like what the content is all about. If you're not new to it, thanks for watching, of course. Remember guys, share these videos and see if we can't get some more subscribers. I like doing what I get to do for a living, and I like sharing it with you all. If you would, give me a thumbs up, a like and a share and a comment and just all of the good stuff that YouTube loves. Remember, always give thanks and have a great day.